Hello friends, welcome to Astro Astrology channel. Today I'm going to discuss about how the sign affects on the 12 ascendants, or you can say in the ascendant all 12 signs are coming and what are the effects we can get, and which is very connected with ancient text, and we will try to interpret in our knowledge whatever the great sages has explained with a humble respect to them, and try to understand how it is gonna affect in our current situation. So, my name is Suhas, and today we are going to deep dive into one of the most foundational pillars of astrology, the ascendant. Now, what is known in Vedic term as a Lagna? Lagna means it's a combination where you born at a point where soul enters in your body, and that happens a union between a soul and a body, and that first union is called Lagna, or your ascendant yourself. While most people identify primarily with their sun sign, but your ascendant is your real cosmic anchor. It represents exact zodiac sign that was rising on the eastern horizon at the precise minute of your birth. So, why does this matter so much? Because if your sun sign represents your internal drive, core identity, but whereas the ascendant is your physical interface with the world, how you're going to perceive the world in a physical form, and the rules your physical body, appearance, health, first impression, natural filters, although which you can experience in daily reality. Classical text actually handed down detailed description on how each ascendant manifest. And today we will look at these ancient text and description and translate, or probably in a very humble way we'll interpret how what is communication is coming in our modern lifestyle. While this is a very basic interpretation, the astrology, even the same mantra or same text, can be identified by multiple people, and with their different expertise they can go beyond and have a deeper sense of any knowledge. That's what I can say. And let's start with, I think, first ascendant. We call it as when the first sign come in the ascendant called Aries ascendant. Ancient texts actually mention that if this ascendant falls in Aries, the native will be round eyes, his knees will be weak, and he will have a very aggressive temperament. But he will be afraid of water, and he will be active and will always be moving about. His limbs will be bruised. He will eat springly, be passionate, and speak sometimes falsehood. Now, this is ancient Texas mentioned. Let's understand what is in today's context. Aries is ruled by Mars, making the native action oriented and pioneering spirit. Anything new he want to start, he will be the first person to start. In modern life, bruised limbs and weak knees translate to high octane athlete. The athletes are the one with the maximum give wear and tear to the joints, and that's the sportsman athletes. These are the people. Entrepreneur or burnout prone to professional work, or who moves so quickly that the physical and wear and tear is inevitable. So classic says the fear of water. Now, what is the fear of water? Point outs. It talks about discomforts with raw, stagnant emotional vulnerability. Because Mars is a fiery element. What he will do in the moon area, he is weaker anyway. In Cancer, he is a debilitated. So, what he is talking about is that uh, they prefer taking direct physical action over sitting with heavy feelings. They don't sit and think, what should I do, what I will do. All those overthinking will not happen with the Mars. The Aries, this ascendant, they will go and straight away take actions. They are executors. Now, what was also called a speaking falsehood sometimes. which is often reflects a tactical diplomacy. So for diplomacy, getting your work done, uh, sometimes you are stuck somewhere and you need to deal with these Aries ascendant guys will have to speak sometimes falsehood with a very specific agenda. This is nothing that they have a habit of falsehood. Okay, and a bold and exaggerated confidence is always used in the conversation. The people can trust them very strongly, and that will drive their major goal is to drive their ambitions forward. So this is about Aries ascendant. Let's talk about Taurus ascendant. Ancient texts mention that the person born in Taurus as an ascendant will have a plump thighs and a big face. He will be engaged in agricultural ventures. He will be happy in the middle and last portion of his life, and he will be fond of enjoying young women. He will be sacrificing and forgiving nature, capable of enduring hardships, and will possess cattle. He will have marks or moles on his back, face, or even side of his body. So, what we here, sages are communicating here, and what we are understanding is that this sign, Taurus ascendant, is ruled by Venus. Taurus represents grounded stability. So, Taurus is looking for stability because it's the earthy sign, physical comfort, and tangible assets. Modernizing agriculture, ventures, and cattle translate directly to real estate, wealth management, and asset accumulation because Taurus is a sign of accumulation and building lasting security. Their life improves significantly in the middle and the later stages of their life, enduring nature to allow compound growth to work in their favor. They are the steady builders of the society who endures short term stress for the long term comfort. For the comfort is their ultimate goal. That's the reason you will, what Sages is trying to explain is a very cryptic manner, but this is what is trying to, we are trying to understand out of it. Third is a Gemini ascendant. Ancient texts say about Gemini ascendant is that this native will be, have a black eyes, curly hair, and he will enjoy association with women, have a thick neck, possess many friends. He will be intelligent and a mind reader. But his nose will be elevated and he will be fond of music and dancing, and he will like to remain indoors. So that's the Gemini ascendant. What communicates in today's context is that Gemini is governed by Mercury, my planet of communication, intellect, fun. Being a mind reader translates in today's world of exceptional emotional intelligence. Social agility is there, ability to instantly read the room, read the nature of the room, what kind of vibes are coming out of the room, he will immediately understand. Their preference for remaining indoors combined with love for media, music, ideas fits with the modern digital creator, podcasters, researchers, or knowledge worker who operates from home office or operates from the studios, operates from inside door and networking globally through digital channels. So they want to sit at home and connect with people. So they have a habit, will call friends and clients. See, this is a reason Gemini ascendant people are great in marketing because that's where the communication is required and that's where they want to communicate, understand the feel of the client and understand their challenges and trying to act accordingly with clients' need. That's the reason Gemini ascendants are the sages are explained in a different way, of course. Cancer ascendant. Cancer ascendant is as an ascendant of will be henpecked. He will have a thick neck. He will be fond of making friendships. He will possess many houses and will be very wealthy. His waist will be thick. He will be short statured and he will be intelligent, fond of watery sports like swimming, walk fast, and have few sons and will be crooked. So this is sages have mentioned. Now in In current century perspective, we can look at them is that its Cancer ascendant is ruled by Moon. Cancer's orientation is around emotional security, domestic life, always want to come home. Possessing many houses reflects a modern drive to deal toward real estate investment. So there is a lot of investments they will do. uh, Property development is their area, or creating a safe and comfortable home base. That is where they feel more comfortable. The ancient label of being crook stems from the crab's natural sideways movement. Cancerians rarely tackles problem with a brute force, but choosing instead strategic diplomacy, emotional intuition, and indirect action to protect their territory and loved ones. So, if anything they want from you, they will not tell you. They will go and tell someone else, and from there they will ensure that without I communicating to you through that person, they will ensure their need is been communicated to you, and with emotions, either with good or bad way. But that's where the Cancer ascendants follow. uh, Next ascendant is Leo. Now Leo ascendant is a what actually suggests said that a person whose Leo ascendant is a reddish in eyes, large chin, broad face. He will be arrogant, powerful, valiant, firm-minded, and obedient to his mother. He will fond of roaming about in forests, hills. He will get angry over trifles. So this is sages have communicated. Now what we have to understand from this is that Leo is ruled by Sun, instilling a natural need for visibility. They want to show their leadership, their autonomy is important. Roaming in forests and hill means dislike for rigid corporate cubicles. They don't believe in that, and their preference is for broad, wide, open operational freedom. In current times, Leos are executives, founders, and team leaders. Their fast temper erupts when the authority or dignity is being challenged. Yet their underlying loyalty and respect for their roots keep them extremely grounded. So this is the Leo ascendant we have understood. Next is Virgo ascendant. Now, sages have mentioned that the person born with the Virgo as ascendant will be truthful, speak kindly. His eyes will be full of bashfulness, and he will be immediately liked by others. He will be well versed in Shastras, take advantage of other people's houses and wealth, and drooped arms and shoulders, and possess few sons. Now, this is a very cryptic way they have mentioned, so we have to really elaborate and understand what exactly Virgo ascendant in today's context is there. Virgo ascendant is they are actually the analytical sign, grounded side of Mercury, where Mercury is exalted, taking advantage of other people's wealth. Manifest is today's management, money management, management consulting, venture capital, auditing. Auditing is what you are trying to rectify the mistakes from the others' finances, others' overall processes. So that is where your rectification you do that, and that is the supposed to be the best. And Virgo excel in optimizing complex systems and fixing operational flaws. Their modest, approachable demeanor earns trust quickly, and thinking them indispensable advisor across financial and analytical industries. So they are the best in those areas. Libra ascendant. Now, sages mention that Libra as an ascendant, the person will revere gods and scholars, but will be active with a lean, thin body. He will be tall, names few children, and be fond of wandering. He will be brave, merciless, and impartial in his argument. So when he argument, he do impartiality. So that's the great aspect of Libra ascendant told by sages. Now, what we need to understand, what is communicated to us in this world is governed. This is Libra is also governed by Venus. So Venus is the key. Now, first pick up the key is Venus. Now, who rules Venus? Libra rules. What Libra's role is a balancing. relationship balance, or any kind of balance comes with Libra. And that's the reason Saturn is exalted here. You can understand that contracts are important. So Saturn again talks about all kind of disciplined rules and regulation comes with Saturn. So that's where those contracts comes. Negotiations can be done because it's a kind of retail business. So daily clients comes, they negotiate on the price and then you divide. Same way, having two names translate to modern dual identities, such as maintaining as a corporate career alongside a personal brand. So or operating under a professional pseudoism. Being merciless and impartial in agreement makes them exceptional in legal minds, corporate arbitrators, negotiators, who set the emotions aside, achieve objective fairness, and deal symmetry. So, this is very important. Symmetry means you balance the things. You will not give inclination to any specific party. So, when you are a negotiator or you are a middleman to drive this conversation, you will be the best person to manage both the parties really well, giving enough focus on relationship and maintaining and building that trust. Scorpio ascendant. Now, sages mention that Scorpio ascendant will have rounded thighs, knees, broad chest, and expansive eyes. He will be suffer from diseases from very early age and will be separated from his parents and preceptors. So he will indulge in cruel actions and be honored by king. His feet will bear marks of a lotus. That's the great explanation given by sages about Scorpio. Now we understand what is meaning for us. Is the Scorpio? No, first our rule is that who is ruling the Scorpio is Mars. Thrives transformation through adversity. See, eighth Scorpio sign is a adversity. Is a in a natural zodiac, it's eighth house. So that is where the criticality or transformation comes in that place. Early head challenge or separation from mentors build psychological resilience. So your resources will be taken out, so you will become independent and you become at early age very independent, and you build a crisis management skills as well. Indulging in cruel actions, being honored by the king means in the modern roles you take very tough and unsentimental decisions which are required, such as corporate restructuring or surgery or emergency response or a risk management. All these things where your role is very very critical. Authorities relies on scorpions with a high stakes problem which require absolute discretion and focus. That's the reason Scorpio ascendants do excel really well in this field. Sagittarius ascendant. Now, what's told about Sagittarius ascendant? The person with Sagittarius ascendant will have a long face, neck, big nose, and ears. He will keep himself constantly engaged at work. He will be eloquent in speech, self sacrificing, short in stature, courageous, and overcome his enemies. He will be wealthy, favorite to the king, and easily won over by persuasion and kindness. Okay, these are the characteristics of Sagittarius ascendant. What we can understand from this is that first, as I told, Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. It is a seeker of truth, expansive knowledge. Again, Jupiter and Sagittarius is also about talk about dharma, and where your loyal moral value ethics becomes critical, and the constant engagement is work reflects on an active mind, is always pursuing new qualifications, strategic visions, or global opportunities. Modern Sagittarians strive to in education, publishing, law, and global commerce. Their detail about won over by kindness is highlights the realistic nature. They respond to visionary inspiration rather than micromanagement of force. So no one like you control them, but if they are given freedom, they do really big. They have a big visions they want to achieve. Capricorn ascendant. What sages mention that the Capricorn ascendant is ascendant which has a lower limbs, will be weak, though he will have a vitality. He will accept other people's advice, but be lazy by nature. He will indulge in affairs and with older women of forbidden categories, be religious, hypocrite, and fond of wandering. fortunate but shameless, suffer from wind diseases. Now, you might feel whoever is Capricorn ascendant, this something is not good. Let's understand what exactly it means. So, for our understanding, interpretation is that Saturn is ruling the Capricorn. Capricorn is a sign which is a very workaholic sign. In Capricorn, anything comes, you have to own it up, and it's your karma because naturally it's a karma sign. And where whatever work comes as a karma to you, you can't run away. It is like mandatory you have to go through that. So, and but Capricorn is a long-term strategist who value pragmatic outcomes over rigid dogma. What ancient text described as a laziness translate today as a calculated efficiency. So you will put efforts where you will have assured returns. Delegating low value tasks to focus strictly on macro goals. That's where the focus. And their susceptibility to wind diseases like basically Vata. Vata means all manifest in modern life as a stress, joint tension, anxiety caused by heavy responsibility. So you take very very heavy responsibilities at early age. But please understand, the Capricorn folks are the leaders, the true leaders, and they achieve big positions in their life. They are practical operators who measure success by tangible yet real world milestones. So that's where you can look at the Capricorn ascendant. Aquarius ascendant. Now, sages mention that the person with Aquarius ascendant will commit sinful action secretly. He will have a very little wealth, be greedy, and eager to utilize others people's money. He will endure long marches on the road and be clever on in causing hurt. He will have a body like a water pot, be fond of perfumes, flowers, and experience fluctuating finances. Now, in today's context, when we look at Aquarius represents Saturn represents the Aquarius, and Aquarius represents the social network and innovation, unconventional thinking. And the water pot symbolizes holding complex ideas and deep internal thought systems. Fluctuating finances, yes. Utilizing people's money reflects the modern profile of tech founder and venture backed up startup builder or gig economy consultant living on a variable revenue model. Their secretive action translates to disruptive innovation, breaking outdated rules to introduce progressive systems. So they really put efforts that cannot be seen visibly by eyes, but their efforts are really high. Yes, there are fluctuations because they have a Scorpio in the 10th house. The challenge comes in the career for definitely will come, but frankly, these ascendant guys are have some solid capabilities which others don't have, and they focuses on disruptive innovation, and that's where they make a difference as far as Aquarius ascendants are concerned. In the last ascendant is our talk about Pisces ascendant. The Pisces sages mention that the Pisces ascendant native will have a beautiful symmetrical body, attractive eyes. He will be learned, grateful, satisfied with his spouse, and fortune is there. He will enjoy financial gains from selling produce of seas and will overcome his enemies. Now, when we look at in today's context, what is Pisces is ruled by Jupiter. Pisces is intuitive, mystic, and creative. Basically, creative visionary. Gains from produce of the seas translate into our modern economy to international trade and maritime logistics. So maybe working in multinational companies is this possibility, or maybe foreign country, or that is also possible. Creative arts are there, media is there, therapeutics or digital platforms that transcend the physical borders. The calm, empathetic nature and their presence allows them to diffuse conflict very effectively and navigate complex human dynamics with grace. So this is what about Pisces ascendant. So you now gone through all the ascendants, what sages mentioned, and what we are trying to understand or interpret in our own simple language for today's world. So when we look at these classical placements through modern lens, we see that the ancient texts were not giving any kind of rigid physical limitations, but these are the deep psychological and behavioral blueprints. So you have certain experience mentioned in a cryptic form, but why that experience is getting for that specific ascendant, it's something in today's life you will understand. Someone is having a problem in the joints doesn't mean that the person is having a problems with the joint. He's actually having a taking a lot of stress. Stress is coming because of work. Because of work, he's getting burned, and because of these problems are coming. So your ascendant acts as your daily operating system. It reveals how your mind, body naturally responds to stress, struggle, challenges, how you handle the opportunity, how you take the opportunity, how you build your path to success. Knowing your precise rising sign gives you a clear map for you of navigating your life, career, health, personal relationship as well. So my humble request is mention your ascendant, see if there is a planet inside that ascendant, because that also planet is going to control you. So let me know your ascendant. I will be more than happy to answer specific to your comments, and we will understand what are these traits which are show up in your life today. So if you like this video, please press the like button. And if you like my channel, I give a lot of different various um, topics on astrology. And then do please subscribe my channel. And yes, share to your friends and family. So I will see you in the next video. Thank you.